Tony, the playoffs start next week, which means this is our final regular season edition of Hoops Friday Night.
That's right, Dave. It's the final week of the regular season for boys basketball, and we're going to kick off our show with action from LCC High School.
That's right, Tony, and a tough task tonight for the T-Birds as they host the 16-5 Arlington Red Devils, just one game back of Liberty Benton entering tonight. First half, LCC goes to their big man Billy Burke, who bullies his way to the hoop and spins and goes off glass for the first bucket of the game. The Red Devils, though, with a big man of their own, Ryan Essinger. And the elbow drives and hits the reverse layup, all tied up. More points in the paint, though. Carson Parker in deep inside with a good position and goes up for the two. Lead back to LCC. Back and forth we go as Jake Vermillion gets by the defense and goes up strong off the window and good, tied up again. But LCC would go back to the well. Burke at the charity stripe goes to the right and drives hard to the hoop where he goes off glass, and you can count that baby in the foul. 13-9 for him. LCC with a big win in the finale over the Devils, 54-42. Over to the covered wagon as the NWCC's Temple Christian Pioneers hosting North Baltimore. Pioneers coming off a tough three-point loss to Ada, looking to rebound tonight. First half, TC down 2. Landon Callahan uses a quick first step and gets to the hoop, goes off glass. It's good, all tied up now. Next time down, Caleb Kaiser finds a slashing Christian McLeese, who gets to the hole and lays it up and in. Here come the Pioneers. A few minutes later, Ethan Wright is going to get it to McLeese. Over to Ashton Draper, who dials up a long-range J and gets it at the top of the key. Temple Christian up 2. TC on the break now as Draper gets it ahead to Wright, who finds Callahan, who uses the shot fake, then goes up and gets the layup. Team high 30 for him. Next time down, McLeese with a short jumper, puts it in. Pioneers win big, 70-32. One more score in the NWCC, and it was a big one. USV Rams with a 76-41 win over Ridgedale. With a win, USV wins the NWCC championship, and they end their regular season with a perfect 7-0 conference record. It's the Rams' first outright crown since 2013-14 and the first NWCC title overall since 2017-18. Quite the grand finale in the track tonight is 14-7 Findlay hosting 15-6 Lima Senior. We start off hot. Each team trading triples. Sam Ernst off the screen and curl splashes it home from deep. Trojans take the early 3-0 lead. But the Spartans would answer back. Nobody steps out on Jaquel Cotton, and he makes the defense pay. Makes no mistakes. 3-ball cuts the lead to 2. A few minutes later, Cotton, this time is going to be near the corner here. Peer again. He had 9 of Lima's seniors, 11 in the first quarter. Second quarter, Trojans find their way. 9-0 run to start the second frame. Inside out, ball moving, finds its way to Will Cardanier. He joins the party downtown. Trojans outscore Lima Senior 17-7 in the second half. By 12, they lead. Third quarter, Trojans take control. Cardanier look familiar. Another triple try. That's his third of the night. He had 5 threes, actually. 3 in the second half. Trojans knocking down the win here tonight. They win 64-54.
To the Northwest Conference, the Ada Bulldogs take on the Lincoln View Lancers. The Lancers are looking for just their second win of the season, while the Bulldogs are eyeing their first and only conference dub. In the third, Ada up by 13. Carter Conley buries a three-pointer in front of us. Bulldogs lead by 16. Moments later, Ethan Murphy sends it to Conley, and he gets the layup. Bulldogs now lead by 18. Lincoln View trying to come back as Austin Backrath pulls up and nails a jumper. Lancers are now down by 12. But Ada not laying up as Murphy connects with Jaden Bankston, and he banks it off the glass. Bulldogs go up by 13. However, the Lancers will come back as Cal Evans cuts through the lane and gets the lane. Lincoln View wins this game 53-52. In Grove, CG Bulldogs do battle with the Allen East Mustangs. The Mustangs are looking for their 4th conference dub, while the Dogs are trying to snap an 18-game losing streak against Allen East. In the third, Keen Lehman nails the 3-ball from downtown. Mustangs go up by 4. On the other end, Kyle Hopkins responds back with a 3-pointer of his own. The Bulldogs now trail by 1. Now it's Lehman, who continues to light it up from beyond the arc. Nothing but net for him. Allen East now leads by 4. And break out your umbrellas, because it's raining threes in Columbus Grove as Landon Best knocks down the triple try. Grove pulls within 1. Then off the inbounds pass, Jacob Hirschberger cuts through and gets the 2. Mustangs now up by 3. But the Bulldogs will close the gap as Landon Best does what he does best and buries another 3-ball. Grove wins this game 40-36. Now it's sent over to Justin Dirks with one more NWC game.
Thank you, Tony.
Let's stay in the NWC, as Tony said, as the conference title is the Bearcats to win, and with Jefferson and Spencerville in action at the walk-in closet. Bearcats can win this league while staying perfect on their home hardwood this season with win number 10 tonight, where the Wildcats look to play spoiler. They've won 5 of the last 6 and are 5-2 in the NWC. In the first, Dylan Smith gets the ball on the perimeter, and he hits the crossover here to create some space. He nails this shot from downtown. Bearcats take a 12-point lead. Wildcats clawing back, though, as Levi Rode drives to the rack from the corner. He draws the contact. That bucket falls, and that cuts the deficit to 19. Now, Smith on the assisting end. He hits Evan Osting on the catch and shoot for nothing but net. Spencerville extends the lead to 12. Rode running to the hoop once again. His floater drops on this shot. Jefferson trailing by 10 now, but Henline steps up when the team needs him most, making the moves to put up the shot, and the Bearcats get a home victory, 80-63, the final regular season game of the year to win the NWC for the first time since 2017. And it's time for our first break of the night, but when we come back, still plenty of hoop highlights coming your way, including the battle for the MAC title. Stay tuned. Welcome back. Now, to cap off the regular season, they have saved the best game for last for us as the top 2 teams face off in a MAC showdown. 17-4 Marion Local Flyers and the 15-6 St. John Blue Jays battle it out for the league crown. And this week's Hoops Friday Night Spotlight Game.
This Hoops Friday Night Spotlight Game is presented by Midwest Electric Incorporated.
Flyers 7-1 in conference play with the Blue Jays 1 win behind at 6-2. With both squads scoring an average of 52 points a game. In the first, it's the Blue Jays striking first as Cameron Elward drives from the left corner. He spins into his defender and back. Look at the hesitation. It opens up a lane to the hoop and gets the teardrop to fall. It's 2-0. Flyers would not be grounded for much longer, though. They get their first points in the game as Jaden Mesher lets it fly. It's a 4-3 game now. Then Luke Pullman cuts inside and gets the ball, but at the last second passes it to Austin Niekamp inside the paint. He uses the glasses to his advantage. It's 5-4 Flyers lead. Blue Jays strike back at the end of the first. Nolan Schwinnen is open at the top of the arc. He launches it, and it's signed, sealed, and delivered. Gives St. John's the lead back 9-7. Start of the second quarter, Flyers march on back. It's Niekamp with the ball. Scanning the floor, he drives in, draws 2 defenders on him, which leaves Brandon Eink on underneath the basket. Flyers going to win back-to-back MAC titles, 58-48.
Coldwater Cavaliers hosting MAC, Foe, and Minster. Cavs 9-12 on the season, hosting a 3-18 Minster ball club. We start in the second half. Cavaliers with the ball leading 47-20, and they add to their lead. Justin Kaup calls for the ball, gets it, and delivers the 3 ball, making it 5-20 there. Minster on the other end. It's Brogan Steffi driving inside, 2 defenders on him, but he makes it the no-look pass underneath to Ian Homan, who converts. Coldwater finding luck in the 3 ball for the third quarter. Who else but Kaup? Again, he gets it and gets his triple try to fall, building on the Cavs' lead, 57-24. Wildcats respond quickly afterwards. Cole Richard with the ball, and he uses a crossover and gets the open window and gets the jumper to fall, 57-26. Cavaliers would not back down. Shortly after, it's Curtis Stewart who gets the ball, drives inside, and makes the basket in the lane, making it 59-26. Cavaliers go on to win 77-61. Just a couple more scores in the MAC tonight taking place. Parkway picks up their second conference victory, 68-29 over New Knoxville. And the Cardinals finish the year in second in the conference, defeating Fort Recovery 57-44.
From the MAC to the WBL, St. Mary's Rough Riders look to close out the regular season with their 13th straight win. Tonight, they hit the road to take on a Salina team that's hoping to snap a 7-game skid. We pick things up in the first. Cobain Owens sends it to Brandon Sullivan, and the senior cans a 3-ball. St. Mary's leads 7-0. Moments later, Sullivan sends it to Jace Turner, and he sends it through the net with the right. Rough Riders now up by 9. The Bulldogs looking for an answer as Caleb Gabes pulls up and hits the mid-range shade. Salina now down 14-2. Bulldogs continue to chip away as Gabes works his way to the hoop and banks it off the glass. Salina still down by double digits. With the Rough Riders putting the pressure on, Austin Parks intercepts the pass, sends it to Owens, who scores down court. St. Mary's wins 64-45. Over at the Cougars' end, the Bath Wildcats look to snap a 4-game losing streak and end their season on a high note as they take on a Van Wert team that's won 5 of their last 6. We pick up the action in the third. Van Wert up 43-27. Carson Smith gets the ball and gets the putback. His basket extends his team's lead to 18. Bath responds back as Drake Craddock finds his brother Cole Craddock, and the sophomore spots up and hits the 3-ball. Wildcats now trail by 17. But Van Wert can shoot too, as Nate Phillips pushes it up court to AJ Profit, and he buries a triple try. Cougars now lead 51-30. In the fourth quarter, Drake Craddock picks up the loose ball, and he hits Mitch Barr with the pass. He spins to the 10 and gets it to fall in. Wildcats now down by 16. However, the Cougars would not let up as Aiden Pratt pulls up and hits nothing but net. That wins 69-41. Now we send it back to Justin for more WBL action.
Thanks, Tony. Now over to Lappin Gymnasium for more WBL action. It's the Bulldogs against the Tribe. Shawnee trying to finish off the regular season with double-digit wins after a roller coaster of a year, with Elida looking to pick up their 9th win of the season. In the second quarter, defense was the name of the game as Seth Sharp gets the steal, hits David Excorn on the bounce pass and score. Bulldogs extend the lead to 4. Again, pushing the floor, Zoria Island drives and kicks it outside to Camden Howard. Number 3 buries the 3. Elida up by 5 now. Then the Indians fighting back as Brady Gabes muscles his way for the basket in the paint. Tribe down by 3. Another steal leading to points for Elida as Island strips the ball, hits Bryce Engel racing to the rack. He gets the bucket and the foul. Count that. Elida up by 5 once more, but Will McBride escapes the double team to find a wide open Dominic Lynch for the Tribe. They avenge their 1-point overtime loss from the beginning of the year, 77-60 the final. And here's some more WBL scores from the night. The OG Titans took care of the Wildcats of Kenton 70-23 to earn back-to-back WBL titles again, the 5th in 7 seasons. And the Bulldogs of Defiance came up 1 win short of their league title, but nonetheless, they come in 2nd in the WBL with a win over the Redskins of Wapak, 63-47.
We're set for our second and final break on Hoops Friday night. When we come back, catch highlights from the PCL and the NWOAL. Hoops Friday night, we'll be right back. Welcome back. In terms of collective record, not the season that Fort Jennings nor Leipzig would have hoped for. However, 2 teams looking to end this season on a high note in the PCL rivalry that historically has been dominated by the Vikings. If history is going to be changed tonight, why not at home? As we enter the Fort, the last 14 matchups, the Vikings have only lost once back in 2017. First quarter, Jaron Swick passes to Chase Snyder, who takes it up off the glass for 2. Musketeers up 2-0. A couple possessions later, Jarrett Magg gets over to Ian Halbert, and then he finds Swick deep in the post. He gets the easy bucket, but the Vikings battle back and get a bucket as Quinn Schrader finds Jace Brack, who connects on the soft floater. Late first, Swick dribbles to the charity stripe and buries a jumper. Lead at 5 now. Leipzig, though, on the attack now. As Schrader is going to hit the triple in the wing there. Lead cut to 3, now in the 3 ball. But the Musketeers too tough tonight and showing it. Adam Hortson muscles away the board and puts it up and in. Fort Jennings wins this one 58-36.
Another PCL team is in action as the Ottoville Big Green battles the Wayne Trace Raiders. The last 6 meetings between the 2 programs has seen each team come away with 3 wins. Opening quarter, Brooks Lockup dials up from long range. His connection is good as the Raiders lead by 3. Down the court, Michael Turnwald decides to hang 3 on the board. He hits nothing but net, and the game is all tied up at 3s. Moments later, Tyler Davis gets the pass and the basket. Wayne Trace goes up by 2. Later on in the quarter, Kyle Stoller shows off his range from beyond the arc. That 3-ball ties the game up at 8. The Big Green would answer back as Kellen Schlagbaum turns and hits the fadeaway J. Ottoville now leads by 2. But the Raiders would have the last laugh as Davis finds Hudson Myers and he gets the easy 2. Wayne Trace wins this game 62-58.
Now some NWOAL action out in the Thunderdome tonight. The Archbold Blue Streaks welcoming in the Patrick Henry Patriots, looking for their 6th league win and a share of the conference title. First half, Patriots get on the board here on the baseline drive from Gavin Jackson. Then later on in transition, it's Jackson finding his teammate here, Lincoln Krieger. He's able to evade the defenders and get the runner to go in for the score. Then Krieger doing it again, driving hard right to the rack. He goes right at the defender and puts up the finger roll. That bucket drops. Then Nash Meyer gets out of trouble here. He kicks it outside to an open Aiden Berman on the perimeter for nothing but net. But Blue Streaks were ready to play spoilers tonight. In transition, once again, Jackson's pass gets stolen by Cade Brenner. Easy layup on the other end for him. Archbold spoils Patrick Henry's hopes at a share of the NWOAL. 56-48 the final.
Well, that's all the time we have, and that's how we wrap up our 13th week of Hoops Friday night. Thank you to everyone who tuned in, and thank you for everyone who helped us put the show on the air. We'll have more action tomorrow with boys and girls basketball. Have a good night, everyone.
Have a good night.